Alright, hello. Welcome. Gather round, boys and girls. Class is starting. Because today, we're learning about water Pokemon.
Soon you're gonna learn some facts about this Pokemon you probably never heard of. I'm so confident about this, I'm willing to bet a whole taco on it. Ain't that right, Ludicolo?
Alright, first lad here, we're going to be learning about his Huntail. Now I know what you're thinking. It's a long boy, slithery, kind of like a snake, but he lives in the water. So that must mean he's an eel. We're fucking wrong. He's an oarfish. Look at that. That's an oarfish right there. That right there is a specimen. Not quite 14 feet tall over here, or long, I should say, but some basic things you can tell. See this beautiful orange spine? Yep, right there. Very obvious. Two orange chin thingies. Right there. That's an orange chin thingy. And right there. Right here, an orange flap head thing. Wouldn't you know it? An orange flap head. He's also got like body markings. Body markings. Also, on top of that, I believe his Pokedex entry something along the lines of people find it to be a sign of bad times when these start washing up on shore. Scientists have always thought when oarfish wash up on shore, that means an earthquake's coming. Something about chemistry in their body being living close to seismic plates and stuff. Real interesting stuff, these fish. Not an eel. Oarfish. Very easy. They even swim the same way. Starting here and sort of wiggling themselves. Look at him go. Little wiggles. Haha. Something cool to note about Huntail, though. The little orange flappy do on his head. It's a shell. A good old shell. As a reminder, whatever the right word is, from its time as a clam pearl. One of the more confusing evolutions in Pokemon. Yeah, what a good boy.
Thank you, Mr. Thumping, for that brilliant first lesson. Haha, imagine being a dumbass thinking it's an eel, haha. Anyways, class, let me introduce you to the gun boy. Yeah, see that behind me? Yeah, the gun. Anyways, if you notice, well, first of all, shrimp, obviously. Shrimp. What kind of shrimp? Gun shrimp. Or specifically, pistol shrimp. Now, if you notice, one claw is obviously bigger than the other. For some animals, the bigger the claw, the more fucking puss you get. But or no, that does not mean anything. No, 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 no. But as you can imagine, that is based on a pistol shrimp. This motherfucker will shoot you. When it does shoot, as mentioned, first of all, it travels at 105 feet a second. Fucking mental. That's pretty fast. Then it creates a big old bubble. Don't get close when it pops, because when it pops in that surface, it is as hot as the surface of the sun. Hot. And when it pops, it creates a shockwave. And when it gets to the prey, it says, ha ha, hi, and you dead. It dies. So in general, it just goes bang bang with bullets of force and wind. With the pictures here, they're not the same color. Kind of dumb, fortunate. So use your imagination to make them blue and they both look like shrimp. That's nice. And to cap it off, a big old gun. Back to you, Mr. Pumping.
Yes, Mr. AJ, thank you for that lovely presentation. Guns are pretty fucking awesome. So I've already discussed one creature of the deep, so I'd like to discuss another. here, relicanth, based off of the lovely coelacanth. This lovely beauty is really fucking old, much like its real world counterpart. The coelacanth, as you see here, is a living fossil essentially, dating back millions of years, which is why this Pokemon gets its rock typing. Because, in Pokemon, the fossil types tend to share that rock type. So, why should this bad boy be any different even though he's living? Now, on top of, being just the oldest motherfucker around, you may not like it, but this is what peak performance looks like. He hasn't changed in 100 million years, because he's already the perfect fucking life form. Nothing's gonna kill this bad boy. That's the top cheese. This is the end. Fear Armageddon. Fear Relicanth. Now there is one key difference, despite these two sharing many similarities from, generally fucking everything. He's got the walking fins, so does the coelacanth. He's got his rough scales. The main difference is the coelacanth here will eat just about anything that comes its way. If he's hungry and you're in front of it, it's gonna try and eat you. It's not the brightest, been living at the bottom of the ocean for millions of years. Whereas this guy, this bad boy, he eats microorganisms. That's right. Not making a lasting effect on the environment, this guy. So anyway, those are my creatures of the deep. Big ol' oarfish and a rocky fossil fish. Back to you, Mr. AJ. Wow.
Alright, so moving on to a favorite Pokemon, Charles, and now get the shit out of here. So, we're talking about our water boy right here. See in the back. Yeah. A Suicune. Believe it or not, he's actually pretty fucking dope for a legendary. As part of the doggy trio, it supposedly represents the rain that quenched the brass tower, and it's a pretty common knowledge at this point. The whole Suicune representing the rain that quenched the tower. Something else you probably didn't know was that it's literally a walking water filter. As stated in many of his Pokedex entries, it purifies any murky water touches. Pretty dang cool. Now, moving on to his real world kind of counterpart, kind of. It's based on a Quillen. Quillen? To be more specific, a Quillen or Kirin. It's a Chinese unicorn, pretty much. The Killen, or Kirin in Japanese, is a mythical hood chimerical creature known in Chinese or other East Asian cultures, said to appear with the imminent revival of a sage or illustrious ruler. That's pretty damn cool. Back to you, Jake.
Now I've talked about a lot of deep sea boys, the fishes. So naturally, we'll end it on a positive note of a happy lad, Lantern. And that big grin, big smile. Naturally, based off of this big grin, what a big smile. Naturally, it's the anglerfish. They lure in their prey with little balls on their head. They flash light, making little fishies think that they're safety or food, or something like that. And then when they get close, they eat them. And naturally, they don't quite look exactly the same. He's a little more happy, a little pudgy, but that's okay, because it's a lantern, good old lantern. Now a big difference too is the real world anglerfish is headstring dangly lights. It's the official name for them. The headstring dangly lights are pretty low luminosity, brightness. It's a fancy word for bright. They're not that bright. Whereas lantern can shine his light from my legs. Shine light from 3 miles at the bottom of the sea. So it's pretty fucking bright. Makes sense since it's the electric type. Yeah. Incredibly unrelated to all sort of scientific stuff. Jinzhou here, Lantern's pre-evolution, is one of my favorite Pokemon. Look at him, he's just so cute. He's got a little smile, bunch of plus sign eyeballs there, big little those. Good old Lampy. How I love you so.
Hello. Now, look at the whiteboard, ladies and gentlemen. This equation: Sea King plus Sword of Grayskull equals Sea King. Now, you might be wondering, what the fuck is a He King? Sea King is a Pokemon. But it's not a He King. Don't worry, I will show you this very informative video of what it'll give you a taste of what we all been missing in our lives. Roll the clip.
By the power of Grayskull!